video, I'm definitely such a fashion icon, guys, like setting the new trends. He's just been like hearing me with the drill and everything, and Mickey and Casper would be like the other side of the field, galloping away like, oh, that sounds scary. Okay, so today guys, I'm going to be painting some oil drums because it looks like at the moment I won't be leaving the house for a while. So I've been seeing so many people doing so many creative things on Instagram and YouTube, so it's kind of inspired me to get creative, do some do-it-yourself kind of things. So here I actually have some oil drums. We've had these for ages. Actually, when we built our house, they used these. Yep, we have some lying around, so I thought I'd do a bit of recycling and use them as jump stands. I've actually used them as jump stands before, but they always looked a little bit ugly. They've gone pretty rusty now as well. So yesterday I gave all 4 of them a good wash, a good clean, and I also sanded them all down. So they're now prepped and ready to be painted. I think it was over a year ago, I picked up some paints here to paint all of them. It's just one of those things that I've never gotten around to doing because I've been so busy. So today I'm going to be painting them. I'm still kind of deciding what I should do colour-wise. So we have 2 red and 2 blue. I don't have any blue paint, so I'm thinking of doing maybe the green for the blue ones. And I think the green and the grey would look really well together. And then I think the red and the yellow might look really nice together. But I'm also debating on just doing red and grey and red and green. We will see. I think an ombre would also look quite cool. So I don't know if I could mix them together and make a sunset sort of orange in the middle. And I'm also thinking of maybe doing some white stripes as well, but we will see how they turn out. I feel like I might have to do this over a few days to finish them because I've got a lot of painting to do. Alright, so it's time to get started pretty much. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on some gloves because I don't want to get the paint all over my hands. Also, I feel like I've got quite an interesting outfit on. It's not my usual attire. I've got socks and sliders, I've got black jogging bottoms, and then I've got an old oversized t-shirt. So I feel like, don't judge me for my fashion choices today, guys, but didn't particularly want to get paint on my nice clothes, so I'm wearing this today. So the first thing I need to do with the paint is to give it a little bit of a shake because it has been sitting around for a while, so it might take me a bit. It's a bit of a workout. It's like doing the maracas. I'm going to start off with the red. I'll shake these later when the time comes because that is an arm workout. So now it's time to lift up the lid. I feel like this is always kind of satisfying to do. It's looking good. I might just give it a little bit of a mix with this. There we go. Just because it has been sitting on the shelf in the shed for quite a few months. Okay, so I think I'm going to paint the top first. There are a few like hazard warning signs on here that I tried my best to peel off, but it just was not happening. So I'm going to try my best to paint over that. Hopefully, you know, nobody will see that. Nice thin cover, and I might have to do quite a few coats. Oh, it's looking good. Took so long to sand all of the rust off it yesterday. You should have seen what some of these oil drums are looking like. One of them had grass growing on top of it. It had just been standing under a tree for so long. Okay guys, we have finished on the top. Gonna let that dry, and now it's time to do around the edges, I guess. Crouch down. I feel like this is where everyone's going to see my lovely socks and sliders outfit going on here. I feel like this red also really reminds me of like a post box. I guess for British people our post boxes are red. I guess it's different in different countries, but or like the red telephone boxes we have. Although this is quite an orangey red. I don't know what it will look like up on camera. It's like the red barrel emoji as well. I find this quite satisfying, just watching it go from a rusty, sort of peeling paint kind of barrel to a nice, healthy red one. Showing off, don't Okay guys, I've almost finished my first coat on the red barrel. There's just a tiny bit I need to do around the back here, but it's not looking too bad. The thing is, when I do DIY stuff like this, I always feel like I rush and I don't do it neat enough because I rush, and I just like slap all the paint on, so there is a little bit of paint that's running where I put a bit too much on. But it's fine, we'll fix that out. You know, they're just barrels I'm going to be jumping. It doesn't need to be the neatest thing in the world. Okay, so I've now finished painting the first barrel, and you can really tell the difference between the two of them. Even though this one was the less rusty barrel out of the two red ones. So now it's time to get starting paint the other one. Okay guys, I've now finished painting the two red barrels. I'm gonna have a little bit of a break now because I'm a bit tired. Also, my new video I've just uploaded as we're filming, so because I have all my videos on like a scheduled timer, so I don't have to worry about them going exactly on the time because YouTube does that for me. So now I'm going to check and read some of you guys' comments, make sure that's all going well. Let these dry. I'm probably not going to paint these anymore until tomorrow. I'd like to keep them dry overnight, see how they go, and I'll get back to you when I'm going to paint the others. Alright, so it's now quite a bit later. The red is dry and it's looking so good. Obviously it does need a few more coats, but when you stand really far away from it, it's like bam, it's so bright. So instead of doing like a colourful barrel for the next pair, I've actually gone for this kind of This Esme grey. I think the grey looks so nice because I have so many bright coloured fences. This will also go with whatever colour saddle pad I go for as well. So I've already kind of started painting, so I'm going to finish that one off and then I'll probably do a time lapse for the second one. I'm actually really getting into this painting. I think doing the grey on the blue barrels is a lot more satisfying than the red, because I guess with the red I was kind of painting red on red, but with this it's like bam, a whole new colour.
Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on.
Okay guys, I've now finished painting all of the barrels. I think the grey is looking really good. I think that I might be able to get away with just doing one coat for these because they're looking pretty nice. The reds I think do need one more coat, but I'm going to let these dry. Gonna go back inside, have a bit of a rest, and I will see you later, hopefully when I'm not wearing my painting clothes. Okay guys, it's now a new day, if you couldn't already tell by the change of clothing that I'm wearing. I'm actually wearing a nice riding top. I've been riding Mickey and Joey this morning, so I don't particularly want to get paint on this. I'm going to be very careful because we're back in the DIY shed. We're doing some more This Esme DIY. So the plan for today is to, number one, put up the horses' new stable signs. I actually have Joey's here. Look how cute it is. I'll leave a link in the description below to where I got them made. Also, I've got some paint here, which, guys, this matchy is unreal. Look how close the matchiness is. So obviously, with Joey's nameplate, he's going to need a little horseshoe in the same colour. So the plan is, first thing I'm going to do is to make these a little bit cleaner. So I think I have a metal sander and angle grinder kind of thing that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be getting all the rust off it and then giving them a good paint. I've also got a few more here. These have some nails in, so I'm going to have to remove those because I want to make one for each donkey as well. Obviously Mickey and Casper already have some in their colours on their stable door at the moment. So yeah, the first thing I need to do is, I'm not really wearing very practical gear, so I need to get protective. So I have some glasses here, some goggles to protect my eyes. I've also got a jacket over here because obviously my arms are exposed and I don't particularly want little bits of metal or dirt flying at them at high speed. So I'm gonna wear this. So this jacket is actually mine, but my brother Max stole it because he used to use it when he goes cycling on the roads and things so cars can see them. But it doesn't fit him anymore because he's a lot bigger than me, even though he's my little brother. So I'm going to reclaim the jacket now, use it for hacking again, but the first thing I'm going to use it for is protecting my arms. Success, we've got one through. Alright, so the nails are now out. Now it's time to get rid of all the rust. Okay, I'm now all geared up. Today's video, I'm definitely such a fashion icon, guys, like setting the new trends here. Everyone wants to wear a helmet like this, especially with the clashing orange and yellow. I also have some gloves that I need to put on to protect my hands. I can't actually hear myself very well, so if I sound a bit weird, I apologise. I've got some ear protection on. And then here's the angle grinder. It does look quite scary, so if you're younger, don't use this. You can use like a wire brush, which works pretty well. So just be careful if you're using any scary toys like this. So I'm going to plug it in. I also have this that I'm going to put all the horseshoes in. Hold it in place and then bam, remove all the rust. Okay, so I'm now winding up the vise. Okay, make sure it's all nice in place. Okay guys, I'm ready for action. Okay guys, look at the difference between these. This one's so rusty. Like this guy, I've only done like a quick job on him. Maybe I could use a little wire brush just to get in the small little nooks and crannies that I wasn't able to with the angle grinder. But this is looking pretty good. I think it's ready to be painted soon. Alright, I am now changed because it's time to do a little bit of painting. So I'm going to paint this horseshoe. So now I need to pop open the top. Oh, this is such a satisfying coloured green. I don't know, it's like an emeraldy kind of green. It's very pretty. Let's give it a bit of a mix. Got my little brush here. This is like a little kiddie's brush, but it's the only small one I can find because I want to be quite delicate when painting it. This is a metal paint, so it's designed to withstand all the elements because we have a lot of rain here in England, so hopefully it withstands all of that. Also, it's designed so hopefully it won't get too rusty in the future. Okay, so I'm now painting the horseshoes. I've got a lot more that I've removed all the rust from, so I'm painting this one at the moment. It's kind of, I've tried my best to make purple. I'd say it's a bit more of a lilac than a purple, but you know what? I'm not complaining. I quite like that. So obviously this is Casper's being purple. Just giving it one little brush through, but it's actually not looking too bad. Okay, I think I'm going to ruin it if I do any more, so I'm going to leave it there. Got Joey's green one. I've also done an orange one for Toby, which looks so good. The orange was really easy to make. Purple's a little bit more difficult because you either make it a little bit too red, a little bit too brown, and then a little bit too blue, and it just kind of ends up browny. So I put a bit of white in to make it a little bit lighter, so it's more of a lilac, and I'm actually quite happy with how it ended out. I'm going to try and make this pink now, maybe if I add a little bit more red, but we will see. Okay, so I'm now going to try and make a blue for Mickey with the paints that I have. So apologies if it's not exactly matchy-matchy and isn't the exact colour, but I'm going to try my best with what I have. So I have this really dark navy blue, and then I have this kind of green. So I think if we get a bit of white, we'll do the white first, I reckon, because it's a very pale blue. So a little splash of white. It's quite viscous, this paint, it's quite thick. There we go. I think that white paint's a little bit on the older side. It's a tiny, tiny bit of the blue. Okay, there we go. And then I reckon a tiny, weeny splash of green. No, you've got to trust me on this. You know what? Because I'm going to use this paintbrush, I'll put that much green in. Mix it together. Now, I think this will be quite good. Cameraman, not so sure. No? Okay, it's mint green at the moment, but that is a pretty green. Yeah, we need a bit more of the blue. Okay, so I would call this kind of like a peacock greeny blue. Oh, guys, that's looking better. No, I think this might be the colour. No, that's good. I reckon that bit of green made it. I added a teeny bit too much green to start with. That blue is so good. Oh, I'm really happy with that. That looks so good. Okay, this is now my second attempt at making pink for Willow. The pink did kind of turn into a purple, so I used that for Casper's shoe. So, because it is kind of like a pinky purple on her nameplate. Okay, it's very difficult to only get a tiny bit of white out. The white is like full blast. Okay, tiny bit of red. The tiniest bit of red. I don't want it to be too dark. Okay. I need to clean my brush. Okay, time to mix the pink. This is the moment of truth. I'm gonna do it like this just because it's so difficult. I do like the pink, like this is Willow's pink, but I just don't know if it's a bit too ready, if it needs like a tiny bit of blue in. Ooh, okay, call me crazy, but I reckon a tiny bit of this never hurt anybody. Okay, that's enough. We'll see. Oh guys, I think I've done it. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Ah, it's fallen off the edge. That's actually a really pretty pink. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold you down, girl. Wow, it's so pretty. I love it. It's almost the same colour as my gloves. Almost. Okay, everybody, time to do the last one. Red for Bruno. Let's not talk about how stiff this paintbrush is. See, Bruno has a nice easy colour because it's a primary colour, so it's just like bam. We've got the exact colour ready and it will match perfectly rather than all this mixing business. I feel like Willow's and Casper's were definitely the most difficult. I'd say Toby's was pretty easy and Mickey's was actually surprisingly easy, so it wasn't too bad. There we go. Okay guys, while those horseshoes are drying, I thought I'd show you what the barrels are looking like. Now they're completely dry. I also bought some little jump cups for them. So what you do is you just place this on the side, so it means I can kind of choose what height I want the fence to be, especially if I want to gradually build it higher. Because with the barrels at the moment, like before I painted them and everything and used to use them as jumps, you could either use them on their sides or you could use them standing up tall, and there wasn't that much variety between the different sizes. Obviously I have jumped the top of the barrels before, but maybe if I'm warming up, I just want it to be a little bit lower, so I thought this would be quite cool. So if we go over here, so you can see it's also matchy as well, being red. Just put it on there, and then you can kind of choose what height you want it to be. So if I put it on the middle one, for example, got this guy over here, put it on the middle as well. And you can kind of see, if I roll this through, it's looking a little bit more like a jump. Okay guys, this is the these grey barrels. I used the blue poles with them. I think they look quite cute together. Obviously it's a little bit disappointing that these little jump cup stand things aren't the same colour as the barrels. I don't know if I could paint them or something, but they do look quite cool with a little pop of red. So now I've got all my jumps set up, time to jump them. Obviously won't be jumping them on a horse, so I'll have a little go jumping them on foot.
Just sit and wait till you see me fly. You know they'll never catch me for it. See me fly. The way I put my finger on it. See me fly.
Okay, that was a little bit too easy. Should we make them a little bit higher? Let's bring them up. Let's bring this guy up as well.
Holding your breath still.
Go.
You jump the fire. We'll just sit and wait till.
Refusal. Okay, so I probably can't jump this height. I'd rather do it with a bamboo cane because that's a little bit safer than a proper actual pole, although these are my super old light ones. Okay guys, so I will see you tomorrow once the horseshoes have dried and it's time to put up their brand new nameplates for their stables. Okay everybody, it's now another new day, and today I'm going to be putting up the horses' new nameplates. So his is Joey. They're actually all from equivation.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. So thank you so much to them for gifting them to me. They actually put them on their Instagram and I shared it on my Instagram story, but you could only see the J, and I actually posted that before I announced Joey and everything. So a few of you actually managed to guess his name just from that. I also decided to go for the white on top of the green because the green's quite dark, so I think it would just pop a bit more. You could also choose like all the different shapes of horses. I thought this looked the most like him, I think, and when he does eventually go white, it'll look even more like him as well. So it's time to drill it on, and it fits absolutely perfectly. Obviously this was once the donkey's old stable, but now it's Joey's, so I feel like it's officially making it Joey's stable now. And of course we have new ones for all the equines, so we've got Mickey's here as well. I love how it looks so pony-like. I feel like it does actually look quite a lot like Mickey as well. So time to put his up. There we go. It's up. That actually does look very cute. That's actually not looking too bad. I'm quite proud with my DIY skills of putting it up. It's not too wonky, and it actually looks so good with the blue horseshoe as well. Now he's got a nice new nameplate. Obviously, his stable door is a little bit on the gross, dirty side, so I think there might be a spring cleaning video coming soon. There we go. Oh, last time did it perfectly, straight in. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Also, I think the Casper I chose was very cute because they actually had lots of different selections of breeds and things. So I chose the Connemara for Casper, and I think it does look a little bit like him. So somebody has come up to see what all this noise and racket is about. Do you like your new stable plate? Yeah, do you like your new nameplate on your stable? He also has his fly mask on because it's been so hot and sunny here recently. So even though this one, oh, he's going now. Even though that one has like really long ears on it, Joey, I always joke whenever I put his head collar on because I always do it where I slide it over his head. He has quite long ears. I call them his big floppers. But even his big floppers don't fit into this fly mask. It's still too big on the ears or too long. I feel like that would be quite good for the donkeys as well because I always struggle finding fly masks that have the long enough ears for them. So I usually just get the ones without the ears. But yeah, he's got his big floppers out today, protecting against the flies. But he's so chill, guys. Like, he's just been like hearing me with the drill and everything, and Mickey and Casper would be like the other side of the field galloping away like, oh, that sounds scary. But I've just been standing here with him and he is just so cute. He just loves just putting his little nose on your face and yeah. Mwah. He's just so cuddly and squishy, guys. Alright, so here are the nameplates, all three of them for the donkeys, so Willow, Bruno and Toby. I decided for Bruno and Toby because, you know, they're darker. I thought, especially for Toby as well, the black on the orange would like pop a bit more. It also looks a little bit more like them. So I decided to put them on the side of the donkey stable rather than on the doors, just because a lot of the time they have the doors open because they're free range. Also, there's 2 doors and 3 donkeys. So we thought it'd look kind of strange if we had Bruno's on one door and then Toby's and Willow's on the other door. So I just thought all in one place would look super cute. So I think the last thing we need to do is actually put up the little horseshoes for them. I don't think they're dry today yet, so that might be for a later day. All right, everybody, it's now another new day. The horseshoes are finally dry, so I'm just about to put this one on Joey's stable. I'm trying to line it up. The horseshoe I used when this was the donkey's old stable was actually one of Mickey's old shoes back when he used to be shod and when he was in work. So this shoe here is a little bit on the bigger side, so you can kind of see like a tiny bit where the wood's a bit lighter where the other shoe used to be, but you know what, it's fine, it'll fade over time. So time to hammer in the nail. Okay, let's do this thing. Just a little bit there. Oh my goodness, guys. How good is that looking? Like, the matchy is almost exactly perfect. And it's finally starting to look like Joey's own stable now. It looks so good. Should I put it like there? Or like there? Alright guys, it's now time to do the donkeys. I don't think I did too bad of a job when you think about the paints I had to try and make this pink. It's not too bad. Obviously, it's not a perfect match, but I still think it looks pretty good. So I'm just going to nail that in now. Just mind the fingers. I'm kind of deciding where to put it. I am thinking I was going to put them there, but I just don't think there's enough room. It looks kind of bunched up. So I think I might do like alternate horseshoes like that. I think that might look quite nice. I don't know, I quite like that. And then put Toby's there, so it's kind of both sides. Alright guys, I'm now finished putting up all the horseshoes. I think they're actually looking so good. I tried my best with the colour matching and it actually doesn't look too bad. I quite like how it's kind of spaced out as well. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, seeing me paint the barrels and make some jumps out of them, as well as do the horseshoes and put up all of their new nameplates. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below to where the nameplates are from. So thanks again for watching today's video. If you're new or have not done so already, please like and subscribe as it really does help me out, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!